All right, y'all, Takeover Tuesday. Let's fucking get it. Let's get into it, guys. Real quick, the review yesterday before we get going. Man, we almost cashed that four leg. We cooked it live, like just off the flip. Had the chart up here that I liked and I go off of. And yeah, man, it was nice. 40x is what it got up to. A couple people were at, 20x cash out. A couple y'all sent me some slips, but end of the day, money's money. And it was nice to at least have three legs out of the four cash. We cashed big. Carolina Hurricanes, Pirates, as well as the Knicks yesterday. Cashed my futures play on the Knicks. They reached the finals. So we'll see where it's going to go. Yeah, I mean, we all cashed out. I sent the free chat, hey man, cash that bitch out. Don't be greedy. So I know a lot of people cashed out when it was two legs. I had one of my top clients who buys every week. He cashed out when it was who the fuck hit the first two? It was Schwarber and Abrams. He said he cashed out right after the Abrams home run. So, but yeah, man, let's go Knicks. It's cool, man. That energy they got is different. The where they're running transition is just it's crazy. Like even off of a Cavs make, they were getting up the floor with so much pace all series. Like if they do that against, I don't know if they want to do that if they run into the Spurs. I think against the Thunder it could work, but I don't know if you want to run with the Spurs. I mean, Montreal was a good play, though. Montreal looks good, dude. I just didn't think. I think the Hurricanes are a better team. I think Montreal's outmatched, but because they're young, I thought that Montreal would play a lot worse in that series, but they're playing really well, especially how young they are. They're going to be a problem for a couple years, man. The Ducks, they're going to be problems. Even the Flyers, the Ducks, and the Canadians, all are going to be problems for the next couple years because they're so young. But yeah, man, let's get into it. Yeah, they did. That goal, it looked like it was through, but it looked like it was through. Shit, I needed that win. Sorry, bro. I took a bad beat on the Avalanche the night before. Avalanche up 3-0 and then give 5 unanswered up to the Vegas Golden Knights. I mean, that shit was wild. So we'll see what happens tonight in that matchup. But yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Had to get back on my NHL shit. I couldn't lose 2 plays in a row. All right, guys, straight into it. We'll start with the Spurs in Oklahoma City. This is what's on today's slate for you guys on the live. I'm going to give you one MLB play. I'm going to give you one NBA play straight. So it's 2 straight singles, and then I'm going to give you a parlay on home runs. I'm going to give you a parlay on NBA player props, all right? That's what I'm going to give you guys, all right? Let's get to it. I appreciate it, SF Bay. I appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you tuning in, man, and rocking with me. All right, let's get into it. Let me turn my motherfucking book over here with all my bullshit in it, and we'll get straight to it, y'all. All right, let's go. Spurs Thunder, man. Look, y'all know if y'all watched my video I posted last night, you know I got a future on the Spurs. I said they were going to split in San Antonio. I said they were going to split in OKC, and I said I don't know who's going to win Game 5. My personal belief is it's going to be the Spurs. Reason being is I think the Spurs are the more talented team. I think they have the edge. Oklahoma City is going to be without AJ Mitchell and Jalen Williams tonight. I think that the edge is to the Spurs. Plus 4.5 feels like too many. They haven't done enough to be that big of an underdog. I think this should be more of a coin flip game. I think Vegas should be giving us minus 1.5 and thinking this thing goes to a blowout. I like the plus 4.5 on the Spurs. I also like the Spurs for over 54.5 points in the first half. They've scored 30 in at least one quarter in 2 straight games. I think that they come out tonight. I like the Spurs in this spot. 54.5 on the over first half. I also like the Spurs plus 4.5 for the full game. I think they get the win here, and it puts all the pressure on Oklahoma City going back into San Antonio, having to force a Game 7. I think that's the script. I think that's the way it goes. There's not much better than seeing the OKC Thunder back against the wall, defending champs, having to force a Game 7. If the Oklahoma City Thunder do win and get to Game 7 and somehow get to the finals, I think they have to do it the hard way. It's not easy. I think that the Spurs flip the script tonight. They win it outright at plus 140 on the money line, but I'd rather play the plus 4.5 in a close game. I think SGA is going to bring his best stuff tonight. But yeah, really point in case is this. There's not much offense on that Thunder team outside of SGA right now. You get a little bit of production from Caruso and Case and Wallace, but those are 2 bench players. How much production can they really give you? You know, this Spurs team is deep and they score the ball well. I mean, Dylan Harper can score the ball better than most of the bench from Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City really needs Jalen Williams and AJ Mitchell, and I think with both those guys out tonight, there's a huge edge to the Spurs. Give me Spurs plus 4.5. Look, no, I don't like the full game total. Reason being is we've seen it kind of get lopsided at times. Other than that very first game of the series, and look, it was 108 to force overtime. That's really the only time we've seen a high scoring affair where it's clearing that easily, and they just got to that number. I don't love the over at 217, 215, 216. These are two defensive minded teams. With the injuries to the Oklahoma City Thunder, I'm not sure if the offense will be there. If it's a lower scoring game, I kind of lean towards the under on the full game, but I'm not a fan of the I'd rather play the team total. 54.5 on the Spurs. I think it's short by about 2 points. I think 56.5 might have scared me away from the Spurs, but at 54.5, they've scored 2 straight games in a row, 30 points in 1 quarter. So I think that they can hang 30 in either the first or the second quarter, and that only leaves them needing to get 25 in one of the others. So give me the 54.5 on the Spurs. As far as full game, I'm not in love with the spread at 215.5. I just see that there needs to be too much offense from both sides of the ball, and I'm not sure it's going to get there. Yeah, I mean, sure, you can take the plus 6.5. I think plus 6 is like minus 150. Yeah, I mean, you can go for that. I think the Spurs win this thing outright on the money line, but plus 4.5 is where I'll put some money at tonight. I'll be on that. All right, guys, here's that player prop parlay for you guys. Player prop parlay. If you like to play props. We got Victor Wemby. He's been shooting the ball a lot, guys, from deep. I don't fucking love that from him. He shot 7 threes last game. The game before that, he shot 5. And then the game, he's averaging 7 threes a game attempted. So I like Wemby for 2 threes tonight. Give me Victor Wembanyama. If he keeps shooting 7 threes a game, he's going to make 2. Give me Victor Wembanyama for 2 threes tonight. Also, I like Cason Wallace for 2 threes. Look, they need production from somebody else, man. They need production from somebody else. I think that Cason Wallace is going to get some quick kickouts in the corner. Last game, he only had 3 attempts, but before that, he was averaging 5.5 3-pointers attempted a game. I think if he attempts at least 6 threes, he'll knock down 2. The key is he going to get to that 5 to 6 3 attempt mark? If he does, I like Cason Wallace for 2. So that's the first 2 legs of that parlay. It's going to be 2 3 balls, one from Cason Wallace, and then from Victor Wembanyama. So 2 threes from Wemby, 2 threes from Cason Wallace. That's the first 2 legs, all right? Then we're going to go into player props. They're going to be combo props. De'Aaron Fox, PRA. De'Aaron Fox is hitting at a high clip on his PRA, guys. De'Aaron Fox is at a 57% hit rate on his PRA since coming back. 23.5. His average line that he averages on PRA is 26. You got about a 2.5 point buffer there. Give me De'Aaron Fox on the PRA at 23.5. If you wanted to play it at X value, I think he's definitely good for 20 on PRA. But Vegas has it at 23.5, and I still feel like that is short. Give me De'Aaron Fox at 23.5 on PRA. Just to highlight what he's done the last couple games, 12, 10, and 5. He had 5 rebounds. He's had 17 rebounds in 2 games. De'Aaron Fox is doing really well. He's had 5 and 6 assists. He's been all over the PRA line as well with 15 points. So De'Aaron Fox, PRA over 23.5. That's your third leg. Then you're going to go Dylan Harper on the alt line. Dylan Harper's line is at 15.5 on his points and rebounds. I like Dylan Harper on the alt line for points and rebounds. Give me 13.5. Dylan Harper can get you 13 just off of points, but I like the 13.5 in case he scores 10 just to grab a couple extra boards and give you that breathing room to get you over the bump. So Dylan Harper, points and rebounds on the alt line, guys. On the alt line, 13.5. Dylan Harper. That's going to be your 4th leg. And then to cap off the last 2 legs, you're going to go Isaiah Hartenstein for 6 rebounds, and you're going to go Alex Caruso on his PRA. Caruso's PRA is at 15 right now, standard. I want to take the alt line and take that thing down to 10.5. So take Caruso for 10.5 on the PRA. I'd rather trust Caruso getting me 10 points and maybe 1 rebound, 1 assist. He does rebound the ball decently, 2 to 3 a game, 1 to 2 assists a game. I don't want to bank on his rebounds and assists. I want to bank on his points. So I want to lower that alt line down to 10.5 on his PRA. And that'll give you a plus 1,400 parlay, guys. Plus 1,400 parlay out of NBA on player props. Once again, I'm going to go through these real quick. Wemby for 2 threes. Cason Wallace for 2 threes. De'Aaron Fox over 23.5 PRA. Dylan Harper over 13.5 PRA on the alt line. Alex Caruso over 10.5 PRA on the alt line. Isaiah Harkenstein, 6 rebounds. That's 6 legs, plus 1,400. And I like the Spurs to cover tonight, plus 4.5, as well as the first half over total, 54.5 on their team total. They're averaging around 30 points in the first quarter when they win ball games. So give me the Spurs to come out in a big way, score around 30 tonight in the first quarter, and only need about 25 to 26 in the second quarter. All right, 54.5 on the team total, guys, and then plus 4.5 on Spurs. That's where I'm at. Let's get into the MLB slate, guys. All right, MLB slate. Let's see if we can get a home run again today, man. Let's see if we can do something. We're going to go 3 legs today. We're going to go 3 legs today. Let's get it. Let's get it, y'all. I appreciate all y'all that support. I see a couple of my subs in here. Betting against the Mets is always a safe bet. This was a good topic. So if you guys have downloaded Blowout Alert, it's my app that I built with my partner down in Puerto Rico. And man, me and him had a good conversation about the Mets. Look, if you bet against the Mets for the whole month of April, you would have made, if you just a standard $100 against the Mets, you would have made a 3,000, I want to say, just in the month of April. The Mets have played better ball here as of late. Just to answer your question, the bats have kind of woken up. They've been hitting the ball better, but it's their pitcher rotation. Their pitchers, even Nolan McLean, their ace, they haven't been getting production from their pitching, and when the bats don't back them up, they lose ball games. So I would say on average, yeah, betting against the Mets is a safer bet. But it's still scary because, you know, you still got really good bats. You've got Juan Soto that's hit 4 home runs in his last 5 games. Bo Bichette, Carson Benji, Mark Vientos, Marcus Semien, you know. This is a lineup without Francisco Lindor. You know, you add him in there, there's good bats. They just haven't hit. It's like the Orioles. The Orioles are better than what they've been playing. The bats have just not been there. That's my only thing with the Mets. The bats get going. The Mets could be scary, but as of late, they just haven't. The bats haven't been backing them up. Even when they get a decent showing from Peralta, the bats haven't been there. So, yeah, I would say that I'm not on the Mets side of things very often. They're a letdown team, at least at this moment, due to pitching and cold bats. Yeah, they are getting better though. They're turning a corner, guys. They are. I will say that. So. But today I'm going to lean towards the Reds, guys. I'm going to lean towards the Reds. Chase Burns is on the mound, and that boy is 6-1 for a reason. He throws that shit, and I like the Reds in that spot today against the Mets. So, guys, another play that I wanted to bring up is the Braves. It's going to be Braves or bust for me today against the Red Sox. Look, they got Spencer Strider on the mound, taking on Suarez. Suarez has been nice to start the season. He's playing a lot better than what he looked last year. He's got a sub-3 ERA. Spencer Strider's right around the same. But I like the bats for the Braves, man. The Red Sox don't hit the ball as well as they should for the bats that they got in their lineup. You got Acuna, Baldwin, Olsen, Albies, Riley, Harris. That's the top of their order. Those are the first 6 batters you're facing. I trust the bats for the Braves to get it done. Minus 106 on the money line. Give me the Braves here. It's Braves or bust for me in a 50-50 coin flip game when it comes to pitching. I think both these pitchers are equal. They bring about the same value to the table. I just trust the bats for the Braves more to drive in more runs over the course of 9 innings. Give me the Braves on the money line today at minus 106 for you guys. That's your free straight play right there. Braves minus 106, all right? Braves Sox, no run. Yeah, I could see it going no run first inning. But like I said, I trust those bats, man. And Suarez has regression concerns. Suarez has played great this year. But look, if he regresses at all to his old form, he's going to give up runs in the first inning. He just is. I kind of like the St. Louis Cardinals and the Brewers for an under first run inning more with Kyle Harrison and McGreevy on the mound. I kind of like the Cardinals and the Brewers under first run inning. I don't have any first run bets today, but I kind of like the Brewers and the Cardinals a little bit more. McGreevy and Harrison both have been solid and preventing runs on the board. I don't think they're going to give up an earned run early. So I kind of lean more towards the Brewers and the Cardinals over Braves and Red Sox. I just think there's too many good bats for me to gamble on a no-run first inning for Braves and Red Sox. All right, that's where we're at. So here we go, man. Home runs. I'm going to give you guys home runs. I'm going to give you a reason why. So once again, we're going to go back to the Reds-Mets game, man. It looks like Pedersen's going to be on the mound tonight for the Mets. He hasn't had great stuff. He's given up a lot of sharp contact. I like Sal Stewart for a home run tonight. Sal Stewart's had 1 home run in his last 5. He's been hitting the ball really well this year. Sal Stewart for a home run. It goes hand in hand with the Reds. They find some offense. They get on the board early. Give me Sal Stewart for a home run. He's gonna go yard off of Pedersen today. Give me Sal Stewart for leg 1 of that home run, y'all. And then we're gonna go to the Cubs and Pirates game. You've got pretty much a rookie pitcher here in Wicks tonight for the Cubs. And typically when a batter gets his best chance at a home run is his first time ever facing a pitcher. NBA's drop now for Elite. Once I'm off of here, I'll drop NBA for all the other passes. Elite has NBA out right now. But Cubs, we got Wicks. He just came up from AAA. His AAA numbers were not that impressive. He's facing big bats like O'Neal Cruz, Brian Reynolds, Brandon Lowe. I like Brandon Lowe and O'Neal Cruz today, but you can't look away from how hard when O'Neal Cruz hits a ball. He has one of the highest bat speeds and ball speeds, like the velocity that thing leaves his bat. Line drives find a way to get out the park. So if there's a higher chance, because this is the first time he's ever faced Wicks, to hit a home run, I got to go with O'Neal Cruz here. I think he gets the Wicks today, welcomes him to the big leagues. Give me O'Neal Cruz for a home run paired up with Sal Stewart. And then the last spot, and I think one of the better home runs of the day, is Jake Berger for the Rangers. He's facing a weak pitcher in Jason Alexander. Jason Alexander is not like that. He does not have good strikeout stuff. Jake Berger has a premium matchup. Blowout alert flagged Berger. I already liked him. As soon as I saw it, I said Berger might be one of my favorite plays today for a home run. He's got 2 home runs in the last 5. I think Berger stays dialed in. Give me a Berger from the Rangers for a home run. There's your 3-leg parlay, plus 20,000, 3 legs. All right. So we got Sal Stewart from the Reds. We got O'Neal Cruz from the Pirates. And we got Jake Berger from the Rangers, capping out a 3-leg home run parlay at plus 20,000. Some other big hitters I like today, guys. They're going to be built into my Dinger Tuesday home run cheat sheet. I like Nick Kurtz. You always got to like Nick Kurtz. I like Ben Rice from the Yankees. And then I also like Teoscar Hernandez for the Dodgers. Hernandez has been hitting the ball really well. He hasn't hit as many homers for how well he's been hitting it, but I think he's due, and I think he's got a great spot up against Kyle Freeland today to do just that. So give me Teoscar Hernandez for a home run, and if you guys wanted to give Nick Kurtz and Ben Rice looks as well, I don't hate those guys either. So yep, that rounds out the home runs for today, guys. But that plus 20,000 for you guys: Sal Stewart from the Reds, O'Neal Cruz from the Pirates, and Jake Berger from the Rangers. Plus 20,000 3-leg. Let's see if we can cash it. All right. What do y'all got in the chat, man? Once again, for those jumping in late here, I like the Braves on the money line today against the Red Sox, backed by Spencer Strider and the best hitters in baseball, in my opinion. Acuna, Albies, Austin Riley, Matt Olson, Drake Baldwin, Michael Harris. Give me the Braves backed by the Bats and Spencer Strider, minus 106 on the money line. Give me the home run parlay with Sal Stewart from the Reds, O'Neal Cruz from the Pirates, and then Jake Berger from the Rangers. Moving back to the NBA, fellas and ladies, we're gonna go with the Spurs here. 2 plays on the Spurs, plus 4.5 on the spread. Give me the Spurs plus 4.5. I even think they might win this thing on the money line tonight and put some pressure on OKC in Game 6 to force a Game 7. And then, like I told you guys, not my favorite play, but I do think there's an edge there. 54.5 points in the first half. So team away, it's the away team, the Spurs, to score 55 points in the first half. Look, they've scored 30 points in 2 straight games in the first quarter. I think that they come out tonight and they do the same. I think they score close to 30 in the first quarter, and they take the pressure off of us where we only need 25, 26, or 27. I think the first half kind of ends up around maybe like a 58 to 56, 58 to 55 maybe ball game. Could be even worse. It just depends on what type of offense the Thunder find. Chet Holmgren's been non-existent. Look, he hasn't had any production in this series. 10, 14, and 13 are his numbers in the 3 games, right? Isaiah Hartenstein, 12, 5, and 10, right? So all their production from the starting 5 is coming from the bench. They're without AJ Mitchell tonight, so they're going to need either McCain, Caruso, or Wallace to step up. McCain only had 5 points last game. Look, he had 24 of the game before that. That's the one where they beat up on the Spurs. Unless one of these guys comes off the bench and gets 20 tonight, Spurs are going to win this thing. So I like my plus 4.5 to be on the safe side, but I don't think the Spurs lose this thing tonight, and I think they get out to an early start. I like the 54.5 on the over for the first half as well. So those are 2 straight plays for you. And then just to cap this shit off, guys, what's your top MLB tonight? Top MLB is in my premium plays, guys. But I do like the Braves minus 106. Yeah, you got Jalen Williams, but even Jalen Williams had a bad game. He had that good game. Look, all those guys played well in, what game was that? Game 3? They all played really well in Game 3. Jalen Williams had 18. You also had Jared McCain go for 24. I think SG had 35 that game, didn't he? He had 26. But yeah, I mean, that team played really well offensively. I just don't think they have that type of production. You got J-Dubs out tonight. Also, AJ Mitchell. Those are 2 top scorers that are out. Somebody shouted out Junior, Vlad, Cattell. I don't like Vlad tonight. I think there's a pitching mismatch there, but you know, I don't think Alcantara is a bad pitcher. Junior's always valid. Cattell Marte's been hot as possible. Well, you said to get hits, maybe not home runs. Yeah, Vlad for a hit might be solid. Cattell Marte for 2 hits tonight. Go ahead and take Cattell Marte for 2 hits. He's gonna light that boy up. He's gonna light Tyler Mahle up. So give me Cattell Marte. I'm big on him today. I also like Teoscar. I think he gets a hit. Obviously, I'm on a home run, so you know I'm taking him for a hit. So yeah, I agree with a couple of those leans. Junior Caminero, he was flagged by Blowout Alert, our data and analytics software, for a hit today, so valid. I hope so. I hope the Spurs blow him up today. You know, I'm going to go put a little bit more money on it. You know, sometimes I get on these lives and start talking. I'm like, you know what? You're fucking right. Go put more money on it. So I'm going to go double down a little bit more on the Spurs today. Yeah, somebody said Jalen Williams. Is that his line for 5? Is that really his line for 5? Click on this thing. Rebounds. Wow. Over 4.5. Nice call out there. Over 4.5 rebounds plus 114 for Jalen Williams. I agree. I don't think that's bad. They're going to need minutes from him tonight. He's averaging 22 minutes a game. He's had 3 rebounds, 5 rebounds, and 3 rebounds in this series. That's a nice call out. I think for the value play, that's a good call out. Jalen Williams, the 7-foot rookie coming off the bench. I don't hate that play for 5 rebounds. That's a pretty good call out for plus money. Oh, man, Murakami, man. I love Murakami, but he's got a tough pitching matchup today. I mean, it's a righty. He's versus a righty. They can get to him, but Joe Ryan is a good pitcher, man. I wouldn't want to say that Murakami's a lock for a home run against Joe Ryan. But I like Murakami. If you're going to play anybody off the White Sox, you got to go either Murakami or Montgomery. Who else? Who else we thinking, guys? Somebody shouted something else out for home run. James Wood. I mean, that was a home run show. What? There's 5 home runs out of the Nats yesterday. And the Nats pitching matchup today, they're taking on Cantillo. Cantillo's not a bad pitcher. He has decent strikeout stuff. But if there's somebody I would take off the Nats today, it's probably going to be James Woods. There's nobody I'm in love with for home runs off of the Nats today. Probably James Woods is my top hitter. Maybe Brady House, but definitely James Wood. So give me James Wood for a home run. I would agree with you if you wanted to play somebody out of that game. All right, guys, everybody tuning in late. Here's your free home run parlay. We're going to go Sal Stewart from the Reds. We're going to go O'Neal Cruz from the Pirates. And then we're going to go Jake Berger from the Rangers. All right. Sal Stewart from the Reds, O'Neal Cruz from the Pirates, and Jake Berger. Now, I'm going to give you a couple leans there on my cheat sheet today for Dinger Tuesday. I think Nick Kurtz is worth a look. I think Ben Rice is worth a look. And I think Teoscar Hernandez is worth a look, all for home runs as well. Braves money line is y'all's free play of the day. That's your straight play. It's Braves or bust, and that's where we're at. Yeah, you can take Schwarber every single day. I mean, he goes yard all the fucking time. It's insane. He's versus a righty today, and we know that the Phillies hit righties well. So I would say, yeah, it's a fairly safe play to take Schwarber. You can't go wrong with Schwarber. Dude goes yards. Motherfucking forearms on that guy, dude, are like that. All he's got to do is bunt that fucking thing, and it flies over the right field wall. Lambo Schwarber. That's pretty fucking funny. Lambo Schwarber. That boy fucking cracks the ball. How many home runs that guy got on the season right now? He's got 20 home runs on the year already. 20 home runs, and we're about 42 to 45 games into the season. Yeah, he's way above pace right now. He may go for 50 this year. So you just take Harper or Schwarber every couple games. He's due. I appreciate you tuning into the live, big dog. I appreciate you tuning into the live. I agree with the breadwinner shouting out the under 6.5 on the NHL tonight. I think we see a lower scoring game. Vegas Knights showed us in the second period and the third period they were willing to play physical. The only reason that game went over is because the Avalanche got out to an early start with those 3 goals. I don't know if the Avalanche can play a better game. That was their game to win, and they didn't do it. Vegas Knights as well. I think I'm going to go to the Vegas Knights here tonight, guys, on the money line. I haven't bet it yet, but that's my lean right now. The under 6.5, and then the money line on the Knights. Yeah, D-backs are a great play today. I did not play them straight, but the Diamondbacks, great play. You got Rodriguez on the mound, low ERA. I know there's regression concerns with Rodriguez, but look, the Diamondbacks have been one of the top hitting teams in the MLB in the month of May. They've shown us time and time again, they put runners on bases, they score the ball. They are playing against a pitcher, in my opinion, who's a lot weaker than Rodriguez, in Tyler Mahle. I think Mahle with his 7, I want to say he's around a 7 ERA. I think he's going to put runners on base, and you don't want to do that with the Diamondbacks. Diamondbacks are minus 106, I believe, on the money line. It's almost plus money value. I can't pass up on the Diamondbacks being one of the best scoring teams in the month of May versus a poor pitcher and a really stale offense in the Giants. So let's go get it, guys. That's where we're at. Just to wrap up the show before I go, it's going to be Spurs plus 4.5 for me. I lean towards the Spurs getting the outright win, but why not? You're going to give me minus 115 at plus 4.5. I'll take it. Give me the plus 4.5 in my pocket. Give me the Spurs. I also like the Spurs for the first half over total. So their total's 54.5. I think they finish around 57 to 58 in the first half. That's my call. I like that for straight bets. As for some player props, I like Wemby for 2 threes. He's averaging 7 attempts a game. Case and Wallace averaging 5 attempts a game. I like him for 2 threes. I think De'Aaron Fox's PRA is very alive. He's been rebounding and assisting the ball well as scoring since coming back from injury. Give me the over De'Aaron Fox, 23.5 on PRA. Dylan Harper over on PRA, 13.5. Hartenstein for 6 rebounds. So there's a couple props for you guys for the NBA. And just to wrap up MLB, give me the Braves today at minus 106 on the money line. And then the 3-leg home run is going to be Sal Stewart for a home run, O'Neal Cruz for a home run, and then Jake Berger for a home run. If you wanted to give another look to a couple guys and do what you want with these guys, it would be Ben Rice, Nick Kurtz, and Teoscar Hernandez. All right? Yeah, so that's where we're at. Yeah, he's got a bad ERA, man. Here's a couple of the worst pitchers today going. You got Tyler Mahle with a 7 ERA. You got Kyle Freeland with a 7. I want to say Freeland might even be 9. Let me look at that. Freeland is 7.4 ERA against the Dodgers. Tyler Mahle against the Diamondbacks with a 7 ERA. Who else has a bad ERA that's going today? I think Janowicz for the Angels. 5. Not hateful, but not great. The pitchers, Cavalli and Cantillo are both sub 4. You got a lot of decent pitchers going today, but the two that definitely jump out at me for bad pitching are going to be these 3, and you want to kind of target them. So you got the Yankees taking on a 9.8 ERA against Bailey Falter with the Royals. You've got the Diamondbacks taking on who the fuck is the pitcher? I just say Tyler Mahle, right? 7 ERA, and then Kyle Freeland taking on the Dodgers with the 7 ERA. So I think Dodgers should win, Diamondbacks should win, and the Yankees should win. I think that there's going to be home runs in those games. Those pitchers are going to give up home runs. It's just a matter of who. There's a lot of big bats in those lineups. You could almost fucking pick anybody, and they should go yard. If I had to give you 3 from the Yankees, it would be Gresham, Judge, and Rice. If I had to give you 3 from the Diamondbacks, it'd be Marte, Corbin Carroll, and Arenado. Arenado, Marte, and Corbin Carroll. And then from the Dodgers, Ohtani, Teoscar, or Will Smith. All right? So those are the couple guys right there that, I think there's going to be home runs on those from those teams today. But yeah, man, I'm getting out of here. Braves money line 106, Spurs plus 4.5. Let's book the fucking one way. Let's cash, y'all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I'll see y'all on Thursday.